What's going on, you guys? Steve here, and finally one of my biggest purchases this year, PlayStation VR, is here. I have it. I got mine, day one. Amazon luckily didn't have any issues delivering mine. I saw there were some weird back orders between Best Buy and stuff, but I've had it. Boom! I've had it for about a week now, and I think I'm finally able to give my kind of thoughts about it. Where I think it's strong suits, it's where it's weak and stuff like that. Let's start physically. Obviously, I'm not going to bring out the whole console, all the wiring. That wiring is a simplified mess. Luckily, Sony went through the easy steps of marking everything pretty simple with square, X, circle, triangle, everything like that. Even the actual power brick itself, easily labeled. Cables are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And as long as you use the book instructions, which are simple, you'll have no problem setting it up. Now, the actual headset, I love the design. Very cool, very comfortable. I always prefer to play it with my contacts instead of my glasses, but that's just more of an physical thing, because obviously you can get the headset way closer if you don't have glasses, especially when they're big and bulky, kind of like mine. If you have slim glasses, you should be okay. Some of my friends and family who have glasses have been able to put this on comfortably. Obviously you get some light from the bottom, but they still enjoy it, get immersed in that world. So again, physically, I'm very impressed. I did try the HTCs and Oculus, and this one's still the more comfortable one. Not because I'm a console fanboy, Sony fanboy. It's just it is physically more comfortable to try. Lightweight. Obviously, design. The little screw here in the back feels a little cheaper made than the rest of the headset. But again, that's just to crank it to tighten it around your head, as I'm sure people have seen. The only thing I don't like is to expand it, you gotta hold this button and pull. And I just feel that after a certain point, some of the elastics and all this stuff I'm not gonna play with it too much, will deteriorate, snap, and just once that stuff is gone, then the headset is gonna becomes more and more useless if some of these things end up snapping, because there's no way real to replace them unless Sony knows something we don't. So on a physical standpoint, besides worrying about this constant pulling away, I think it's durable. It's definitely worth the money. I know people are saying that $400/$500 for that bundle is a lot of money to drop, and it is. Though VR is awesome, and I'm a believer in this now, it's not for everybody. If you have a limited budget for entertainment, a limited budget for gaming, I say hold off on it. Wait until a friend gets something so you can try on it. It's easy. It's complicated because I've loved the games I've played on it, but there are other games that I've been able to sit on my couch with the controller that I loved way more. So just make sure you know what you're buying. That's all I want to say when it comes to that VR headset. Down to the games and experiences I've had with it now. Technically, it all works well when you hook it up. The PlayStation makes it simple to work. Now the games is where you see the good and the bad of it. Obviously, using the move controls and stuff like that, and the light bar on the PlayStation 4 controller do a very well job. Obviously, it's not precise perfection of moving left, right, and all that stuff, but it's some of the most precise stuff. Like if you think you're gonna pick it up and it's like the Wii and the Wii U's motion controls, nothing like that. Just play like Job Simulator or Batman VR, and you really understand where the VR gets its strengths from. So coming down to the games it has is a mixed batch. Obviously, the bundle comes with VR World, which has a cool one, especially for people who aren't gaming but want to try out the VR headset. You got the deep sea underwater thing. The shark comes out and attacks the cage. It's awesome. It's a nice start off for people who don't really understand VR or what's the point of it. When you understand when you're in that cage and in the world and you can watch the sharks and jellyfish and all that stuff, very cool to me anyway. It's a nice starting off point. All the other ones, the head ball, blast ball, whatever it was called, I can't even remember. I played it once, it's cool, but doing this constantly doesn't really show me, that's not, I don't know, it's cool, but I think it's more of a technical aspect showing how the head can be tracked. That's what all VR, that PlayStation, the VR Worlds, really just shows its different technical aspects. The other one, the luge, boring. It's weird because you get this a little bit of sensation, but then the tracking of bending your head to turning the body doesn't work well. The heist seems pretty cool from the little bit I've played. there's just a lot of boring story ahead of it. I can't even see if you can skip it. I mean to go back and check it, but a lot of that beginning stuff is kind of boring, and he's giving you the cigar, he's in your face. Like, get to the gameplay. When you get to the gameplay, it is really cool, the heist stuff. And I can't even remember what the last one on PlayStation Worlds was. A space one, actually, jumping from space, but I mean, I have Eve Valkyrie, so when you're playing Eve Valkyrie in that cockpit, you get the better experience. So again, the game showed the potential where it has. Batman VR is one of the best ones. Yeah, I know there's mixed reviews on its length and stuff, but it is $20. It's a short experience, but it shows, hopefully, other developers what you can do with it, what you can do with the previous license and the different interactions, scanning dead bodies and doing all that stuff. So when it comes to that, and then a game like Eve Valkyrie, when you're in the cockpit, more of a stable thing, going around shooting stuff. I mean, who doesn't love space shooters? That if you like space shooters, then Eve Valkyrie definitely on your PlayStation VR headset. I never want to play another sim like that without a VR headset. So when it comes down to the whole package, do I regret? Do I not regret? I don't regret it at all. The experiences I was able to have in Batman, some of the demos that I've been able to try definitely show the potential this has. Even the other little apps on the PlayStation Store where you're watching the little movies and you're part of the movie and stuff like that. That's exactly what people were, talking about before, where though the gaming aspect of PlayStation VR will be awesome, there's more potential there, non-gaming potential. I know Hulu's starting to do some weird little virtual reality plays and stuff like that. There's the Within app that shows a bunch of cool little movies, cutscenes. There's a Mr. Robot virtual reality experience. That's the stuff that's really gonna, make this purchase worth it. Like, after playing some games, boom, then you can switch to a different mode and all that stuff. So everything that people were hoping for, I believe the VR has succeeded. Just make sure you know what you're buying. Make sure you know what you're expecting. You're not putting your mind in some computer. This is actually just a virtual reality headset, and it's really awesome. I would recommend it if you have the income to spend on it, if it's something you're interested. Obviously, if you have a PS4 set up like that, definitely check it out. Maybe it's something into. Maybe there's a good game that you're waiting for. Then I understand that. I mean, the bundles aren't even that hard to find anymore. Walmart's had them. Amazon has them in stock again. I haven't seen them go sold out again in a while. So definitely check that out. The only aspect and warning I do is be careful of motion sickness. Now, if you're a person who suffers from that, in a car, driving too much, be aware. Definitely try this headset out somewhere at a store before you do it. I personally have only gotten sick on one game, and that was actually the Drive Club VR demo, which is cool in an aspect where you can look and you can see the seat next to you, look at the back seat, out the window, the rear view mirrors. It is awesome. But after a little bit of driving, after a couple of turns, I got kind of sick. I got kind of nauseous. I had to get up. I got some water, chewed gum, and laid down because my stomach was just not with it. Eve Valkyrie, Batman VR, Until Dawn, Rush of Blood, those games I've had no issue, no sickness with, and none of my friends have really either. So again, just beware if you're very prone to that kind of nauseousness and stuff like that. Watch out. So 1 week into VR, and I love it. I can't wait to see what comes next. I know I'm babbling back and forth, but it's just I'm really excited about it. Day one, I played this for hours, didn't get sick, nothing like that, and I enjoyed the experiences. Batman being able to put on the cowl and all the gloves and using all the technology shows just the potential this system can go now. PSVR is, I hope here to stay. I believe it's being reviewed well. People are liking it. It's selling. So hopefully by the end of the year, Sony gives us a little more of an update, how it's sold, how they're responding. Is it going to be a PlayStation Move issue, a PlayStation Vita issue, where it loses support quick? I don't think so. I'm seeing a lot of potential, a lot of companies investing in PlayStation VR. So for me, guys, it gets 2 thumbs up. However you want to rate it. It is awesome. Again, besides some bunch of wire messes and the possibility of getting some sickness from it, definitely check it out. I definitely recommend this buying for those gamers who have a little bit extra money that you can buy and won't affect their personal life or buying other games. Definitely check out the VR, guys. So I'm going to try to have some gameplay of VR soon. It's a little weird to try to capture so much, and then it just doesn't look right, and my video system doesn't want to sync it right, but I am going to be trying to have some VR gameplays hopefully soon, so there'll be an update on that soon, guys. So thank you for listening, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think of PlayStation VR. Did you ever hook into it? Do you still think it's a gimmick? Do you purchase it and sold it because you found out it is a gimmick to you? To me it is not, but to each its own, to each their own opinion. Let me know what you guys think. I'll catch you guys next time in the next video. Thank you and take care.